From the 1011 Now streaming studio, this is The Night Beat.
Sponsored by Pella Windows and Doors of Lincoln.
Good evening, I'm Danielle Shenk with your headlines for Monday, October 13th. After a gritty road win at Maryland, Nebraska is back in the AP Top 25. Hours after the polls were released, rumors linked head coach Matt Rhule to Penn State after the Nittany Lions parted with James Franklin following a 3-3 start. Today, Rhule didn't close the door on the opening, expressing love for his alma mater and respect for Franklin, but also emphasizing what he has at Nebraska. Elite facilities, a one-of-a-kind fan base, a program on the rise, and a family that loves living in Lincoln.
I'm not going to talk a lot about job openings when they come. Yeah, I absolutely love it here, and I want us to continue to take the steps needed for us to turn this thing into a beast. I came here for two reasons. I love the community here and wanted to live here, and I love it here, and I wanted to rebuild Nebraska football.
Rhule also signaled he wants greater roster investment, saying he and AD Troy Dannon are in constant communication and investing to win, noting college rosters now cost $30 to $40 million.
I'd like us to do the same thing, and there's sort of like a, hey, that's not really the Nebraska way, and I'd like it to be. I'd like to invest. I'd like to be at the front of everything.
For now, Rhule isn't going anywhere, but Penn State's vacancy looms. Now to a couple crash updates. At least 4 people were sent to the hospital after a multi-vehicle crash at 27th and Cornhusker just after 11 p.m. Sunday. LPD says an eastbound driver ran a red light and hit a northbound vehicle. All injuries were non-life-threatening. The cause is now under investigation. And this afternoon, at least one person was hospitalized after a car crashed into the Neurology Associates building, a Bryan Health clinic near South 70th and Sterling Place, just after 12:30. LPD says an 84-year-old driver hit the gas instead of the brake while parking, went through an exterior wall and hit 2 people inside. Injuries were non-life-threatening. In Omaha, a chemical reaction at the Chem Station warehouse sent an orange plume into the air, prompting evacuations. Omaha Fire responded just after 11 a.m., evacuated the warehouse and a connected business, and decontaminated 3 workers. A witness says a Chem Station employee warned them to leave because, quote, they mixed a couple of chemicals that had a bad reaction, end quote. OFD says there's no risk to the public and the company's mitigation team is now handling the cleanup. Switching gears to crime news, Grand Island police cited a 17-year-old Friday night after finding him under the influence with a loaded pistol. Officers responded to Northwest High School for suspicious activity, then located the teen at the Grand Island Senior High football game where they smelled alcohol on his breath. A search of his vehicle turned up alcohol and a loaded handgun. The teen, who is homeschooled, was cited for unlawful possession of a handgun, unlawful possession of a firearm at school, and minor in consumption. He was then released to his father. Also tonight, a Loup County Public Schools teacher is being cited after marks were found on a special needs student's neck and ears. Court records say 63-year-old Mary Yarrington faces 1 count of intentional child abuse with no injury. A colleague reported bruising after Yarrington was alone with the student during a walk. Records say she admitted to pinching the student to keep them walking. New developments in Kearney. Multiple staffers at the Youth Rehabilitation and Treatment Center are accused of sexually abusing teens. That's according to the Flatwater Free Press, which cites court filings naming at least 4 employees in 3 cases. 2 have resigned, 1 is on leave, and 1 faces criminal charge. The Douglas County Public Defender's Office is reviewing all cases involving its clients at the center, which houses about 20 boys ages 14 to 18. For the full story, you can visit our website. Lastly, Indigenous Peoples Day, observed alongside Columbus Day, was marked by a unified powwow at the UNL Union today, celebrating Native culture and highlighting differences among tribes. Recently, President Trump issued a proclamation declaring today Columbus Day in an effort to reclaim the explorer's legacy from the, quote, left-wing arsonists who have sought to destroy his name and dishonor his memory.
I feel like it was a very ignorant and unwise statement to make. I feel like Columbus didn't really do much at all. I feel like he doesn't deserve recognition for anything that he did. He didn't really do a lot besides cause a lot of damage to Indigenous peoples and their homelands.
Organized by Unite UNL, the event aimed to spark interest among non-Native people and bring together natives from different tribes. Rounding out your night beat is a check of the 7-day forecast.
You've been listening to The Night Beat.
Sponsored by Pella Windows and Doors of Lincoln.
Watch, listen, and stream on the 1011 app on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts.